Namaste, Divine Feminine. I come to you on this day. I've got intel. Come in. Come on, don't be shy. Recon is afoot. We are fast approaching, right? The full moon in Capricorn. A full moon is a time for you to what? Harvest your intentions and your wishes. Capricorn is the 10th house. This talks about our career, our long-term goals, the structures that we are building with the stones of malice as they try to set you up, set up the big cat. I think not, Scotty. We've got to show them who holds the whip. Khaleesi or KHAL, you are that bitch or garçon. Really? The 10th house, the number 10, this talks about what? Completion. And a season of renewal. When they set you up, Divine Feminines, yes, you took the bait. Why? Because you did not know yourself. You did not understand that you was earmarked by your lineage to break generational curses, become the first millionaire of your lineage. Self-made, don't you know? Pinkies up. The Maya that they set to ensnare you with has been returned to sender. Why? Because you are chosen, one of the 144,000 of this generation of artificial intelligence. This time, when you have made Google your friend, you have become keyboard psychologists, entrepreneurs. You understood that Tinky Winky is your go-to move. They don't want me to talk, Scotty, but I'm going to talk anyway. This is a long one, guys, so buckle in. As we sip our mocha, notice my mug today, my cup is full of fans, darling dear. The fan of what? Revelation 2:20. Succubus or incubi, those that wanted to tempt and beguile you. Those dysfunctional family members. The epitome of toxic and toxicity. The one where you was earmarked as the black sheep. More fool them, because you was always big cat. Come on. You was the one that stood up and spoke out and said certain situations weren't working for you. And was beaten down by a simpleton stuck in their paradigm of malfunction. This is why Divine took its favorite soldier. One soldier, yes baby, one soldier of your lineage. Took you and separated you. Some of you thought that the DNS, I won't mention the whole name because frankly it makes me jumpy, because baby, blood, bruh, sistrine is only one time you need to do that. She's naive. Spirit took you and separated you, put you on a path of isolation. Why? So you could think, darling dear. When you are that bitch, you embody Empress, Queen of Swords, and High Priestess energy. You are highly intuitive and you are tapped in and tuned in and turned up with your psychic abilities as you what? Assess your birth natal charts. Look for your midhaven. Because that is how you bring it home, Scotty. That is how you sit on your seat of infinite possibilities. In the eye of the storm, darling dear. That's the best place to be. Why? You see everything around you. Worth comes from within. This is something you know to your core. This is why certain energies you cannot, I repeat, in the words of Jocelyn Hernandez, be around. Those that love to be what? Flying monkeys. We call them in Jamaica the carry come, bring come. Yes, merchants of slander, on the balls of their feet. Jeremiah 9:40. You have a deep knowing that these people, Matthew 5:30, if the right hand offends you, you cut it off, darling dears. You do not pander to it. You do not get a glove, a mask, in order to bear the right hand that offended you. You cut it off. And your cut-off game is kind of like an eternity thing, you know? Yeah. For all eternity. Because trust and believe, you have met these foes in many lifetimes. We are all infinite spiritual beings having a human experience. Why? To reflect the many faces of Father God Most High back to himself. Why? Because Father God only knows love. Father God bestowed us with choice in order to what? Reflect the many aspects of the human principle as a spiritual being. Let that sink in. Let you meditate on that particular peccadillo of intel. You are more than a conqueror. Never you forget, they did not come to bring peace. Matthew 10:34. And when you cut them out of your existence because you understood the setup, whom was always the sacrificial lamb? They didn't understand they had divine feminine personified. Whether you are male or female, we all embody what we need to not wants to embody on this Malkuth. Yes, you are blinded to it. At the point of birth, your memory is erased. Of all of your abilities. That is what your birth natal chart is for. I've beseeched you many times. Yes, it's going to look like Swahili with Japanese. Yes, whatever. But persistence, as only the Queen of Swords. Intellect. Knowledge is power. As you sit as the High Priestess, highly intuitive, having a file, many files, sitting between the two pillars of wisdom, Boaz and Jashin. For game over. New path. Just saw 10:14, darling dears. Matthew 10:14. Dust off your sandals and head out towards your infinite possibilities as only the Empress who knows her worth understands the law of attraction is activated from within, darling dear. Knowing that all you have, you deserve, and you deserve everything. They set you up for the big takedown. Thought they could ice you out of backstabbing, low-vibing family groups. X you out of that friendship circle. Give you wrong intel in that work environment. They thought, they thunk. The setup was put in place to set you off. To light it up, big cat. Light it up. The investigation has now been launched. Before we go into the investigation, because it was getting a bit serious, guys, for real, for really, yo. When these downloads come through me, I just have to speak it as it is. I know my tone sounds indignant. You need to be indignant when you sit on the throne of self-worth. Being pregnant with infinite possibilities. Your milkshake brings them all to the yard, especially Sputnik, the mouth breather, with the children of the corn eyes. Right, let's talk about the moonology of it all. This is a full moon tonight in Capricorn, the 10th house. Your reputation is everything. Law 5 of the 48 laws of power. This is where you what? Tap into your masculine energies, darling dears. You are in full-on seek and acquire mode. Seeking knowledge. As only the high priestess does. You are that bitch. Oh, garçon. And you hold the whip. Right, let's look at the moonology of it all, because you know my fave at this moment in time is Yasmin Boland. If you want to get this book, I have an Amazon storefront. Click on the link and go in. Right, I've already earmarked it because I told you I'm a post-it kind of a cat. If I've put you on a post-it, blood. Hey, brah, sis string. Hey. Hellfire and Powderhouse Rain. And East Island and Stevie Wonder is following. Right, it says the full moon. This particular full moon is especially good for what? Taurians, Cancerian, Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorns, and Pisces. A bit more challenging for others. Their energy will be repressed and resigned. Repressed and resigned. It has 5 top questions that you need to be asking. We'll ask them together. Have I been ambitious to the point of ruthlessness? Yes. I can wholeheartedly say yes. I've been ruthless with my focus in what? Getting into the cranium of the big cat. On letting them understand that they're worth more than diamonds and gold. Proverbs 31:10. Yes, I've been ruthless. I'm guilty of that. The next question is, have I been obsessed with work to the detriment of my personal life? No, you saw me at the beach. No, you saw me at the beach. Yeah. I told you, one of my favorite places. Getting grounded. with the ocean of infinite possibility. You know, when you're next to the ocean, you're closest to the veil. If you have a deceased family member, friend, even a pet that you wish to commune with, put your feet in that water. They will hear your message. But in sending said message, you must ask for clear signs of an answer. Because we don't live on hope here. No. Hope is bad. It's dark. Full of darkness. Hopium. Not hope. Hopium. That crusty, rusty cup. Delivered by what? Old dog like me. Me have the rat, them in a 2 and 3. By Piper they be. And the liation and echopraxic of it all. Agent Smith affiliates. Anyway, I digress. Point 3. Have I been hard-headed, hard-nosed, or just too hard on others? I don't think you've been hard enough. If you're allowing their energies to sway your actions and responses, they're your king. Have I allowed my head to overrule my heart? You better. You better. Your heart is a betrayer. Your heart doesn't remember nothing. Your heart can't read. Fortunately, for times when your heart tracker wants to betray you and lead you down that dark path full of dismal, right, zemblanity, get your red book, your journal. It's very important. Some of you will be using these journal notes, right, to write books. Nothing like leaving what a paw print to wake up another big cat. Point 5. Have I been planning my life enough or too much? Are you kidding me, blood? Bruh, sistering, you could never do too much of Law 29 of the 48. Listen. It's a go-to. It simply is. Pinkies up. Plan all the way to the end in every possible scenario. Why? Because you're big cat, divine feminine, and they set you up. The message is to release trying to control everything and everyone. No, you leave the bottom feeders to control them one another. Yeah, that's the Jamaican terminology for each other. One in nida. Yeah. Move on. It's also time for what? To find balance between your work and life demands. What I do. Forgive. You can perform the full moon forgiveness ceremony. It's on page 143. I'll give you a flash. You can screenshot it, right? And be grateful for the grace. The continued grace of Father God Most High. Let me give you the screenshot of page 143. And then we'll push on Scotty at a light canter. Page here. What I use my full moon rituals for is to lock, seal, and bind what my intentions were, right, on the new moon. Another book which I wanted to bring to your attention again today is The Power of Psalms. My mother gifted me this book in 1994. It's absolutely lovely. It's got prayers, how to handle all types of situations in a time of need. There's got what? Receive healing rays. They've got prayers that you can have on a daily basis if you want to stay prayed up and you don't know how to pray. Absolutely lovely. I don't have this on my Amazon storefront. I will do it as soon as I finish this read. I'll link it. I'll put the link in. So if you go, even if you go through the storefront and then look for this, let me give you the close-up name. This is an absolutely lovely, powerful book. Do not misuse it. And that's the ISBN. Somebody needs to take a good look at the Serenity Prayer. Knowing the difference of changing what you can change and shit you just have to put down. You have to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Yes, baby. It's very important for your hairline. Big Cat, Divine Feminine. Also, I have to make you aware that Neptune is going into retrograde tomorrow. It's going to kidnap your ass if you let it. It's going to be in retrograde until oh my gosh, all of my shoes now even messed it up. No, until the 1st of December. This is going to what? Making you face some cold, hard facts. Yes, baby. The only way to get what? Out of those situations, because it's going to, that was a slip of the tongue, but it's appropriate. To get out of those situations is to go within. All answers lie within. Sleep on it. Just saw 2222. And you know the energy of the High Priestess is in effect, darling dear. Absolutely what? 40th, auspicious omen. The things are what leveling out. You're on the right path. Your seek, right? Your pilgrimage for what? Peace, balance. And the KHAL is working. I haven't even put a tarot on the deck and I know you got out of the setup. Whomsoever did it. Any more energies? No, let's call in the energies of guidance and protection and proceed with this investigation. Energy's up. Right. I can hear the magpies in the background. Magpies are my special spirit animal. Been very fortunate. If you see a magpie either pooing in your garden or any of your property, or coming to eat from your garden, or just landing in its garden, especially if they come with their partner, because they make lifetime partnerships, and especially if they allow their offspring to wander amongst your shiznaid, know that you are blessed and highly favored. They are badass in protecting their progeny. Right. Let's get the energies around this read. Oh, what's this? Dedication, darling dears. This also reminds me of what the table, Psalms 23:5, that's been said before you. Divine is gifting you with all of the tools to get out of what you were set up to take the fall for. Be the fall guy, right? Be just like Norbit, always getting the turkey's ass. Yes, baby. That's not a nice place to be, right? Especially if you're enjoying getting that ass, the turkey's ass. This talks about you having what? Acquired the intellect through knowledge of self, as well as what? Researching. Research, darling dear. This is what you're set to achieve. Those two candles remind me of Boaz and Jashin, the High Priestess. Because you was dedicated into acquiring knowledge. You opened your third eye. You set your kundalini on fire, divine feminines. On fire. Some of you felt like you was having out-of-body experiences, seeing things, hearing things, thinking things that is out of your thought pattern. It was your kundalini, darling dear. That setup set you off and opened you to infinite possibilities. Some of you feel afraid because you don't know, it's like you don't know how to handle what you've got coming towards you, the downloads, the things you saw, the things you heard. But it's not about you knowing, darling dear. This is about your instinct. You go within. Use the energy of this Neptune retrograde coming towards us. Neptune is the planet of imagination and dreams, as well as disillusionment. Don't waste the energy, darling dears. How else are you going to get out of this setup and set it off? 141 in the chat room, 53 thumbs up. That goes to an 8, the number of cause and effect. The balancing of the scales towards good dharma in your favor, divine feminines. You call it luck, I say no. It's not luck, you are Ibex, and you went rogue. A lot of you have been having a lot of visions. But notice, they're not visions, it's deja vu, it's situations that's already happened, because you know time is only put upon us by the society that we live in to keep us entrapped. 144 in the chat room. Namaste, big cats. Pinkies up. This is about you, tapping into your passions. This is all about your sacral chakra, darling dears. Using your passions right, tap into those passions right, and what it will set off your creativity. This is also about your health, your libido. Some of you are feeling a bit turned on. Don't waste those energies on a bottom feed after you've cleaned off your good seat of emperors and empresses. No, this is not time for you to get a soul tie. You've already got out of the set off that set it off, that set you on that path. Tap into those passions because it's coming to boiling point, right? You can also see the phoenix amongst the flames from the ashes, baby. This also talks about sexual energy. I already just said that, but this is sexual energy coming towards you, whether it's directed at you for good or bad. We will see as we go through the read. Someone is also dedicated to trying to out your fire, darling dear. They want to pour piss all over your campfire of infinite possibilities. Why? Because they're jealous, envious, and hateful. The setter-upper is not satisfied in this season. Excelente. And you didn't have to lift a finger. Good God, nearly knocked my cup off the table. Hold your gangster and pay attention to what's going on. Everything is a sign in these readings. Just because you, know something goes a certain way, make sure. Neptune is the planet of what? Disillusionment. If shit. Check on everything and then double check it. Right? Because you've been gifted with the file, darling dears. This would be what? An orgy of evidences in your favor. Psalms 23:5. Whoever tried to set you up, you have a file on them. Knowledge is power. This is how you what? Continue to be what? Easter Island Stevie Wonder. Can't be tempted off your flip-flop. Too focused, right? Mature in your emotions and wise. New perspective of it all, darling dears. Because this is whip it up season, divine feminine. Whip it up and create what a spectacle. Law 37 of the 48 laws of power. Whip it up. Set it off. Some of you have been quiet for too long, right? With inhibitions from other people's worth. As I said, my mocha ain't smoking me. They'll not smoke me. I'm seeing a lot of broken bridges, darling dear. Things that it can't be mended, blood. Broken bridges. Bombs over Baghdad. You burned that shit. If it was a window or a door, you break that shit up. You was like, what an elf into the night. You burnt them bridges. Yeah. Let's push on. Let's see what the ultimate overall card is for you, divine feminine, amongst the skullduggerous. It's like the cat amongst the pigeons, the chicken heads, right? As you what? Continue to what? Drop down and get your eagle on. You always soar above a storm. What's on the base of the deck? The Nine of Peace, darling dear. Knowing your worth. Full on Mary, Mary, quite contrary. How does your garden grow? Full of common sense, darling dear. Discernment and pentacles. This is about you listening to those higher downloads. Yes, they may sound silly. Write that shit down and watch it manifest in your life. As Sputnika, let's get an overall energy from my giant tarot deck. This is the easy tarot deck, it's called. Let's get one card. One card, please. Don't play with me, my edges. Just one card, please. Bitch. Hey, hey! The 10 of Cups, darling dear. Winner, chicken dinner. This is, as I said, emotional maturity. No bottom feeder, right? And a deep dealer. When you see one, the energies, darling dears. You got your emotional fulfillment when you understood Luke 17:34, that you was taken. It wasn't an easy takeation. You didn't say, okay, then I'm ready for the DNS. No, yes, I'm ready for it, Lord. Bless me with the DNS. No. You weren't unwilling. You accepted it. Because in acceptance, right, it breaks attachment. Because attachment brings misery, darling dears. Your 10th cup. This is divine telling you that what? That setup sets you up to achieve emotional maturity. This is where you need to be. This is when your mind is focused, darling dears. You're not going to be what? Making decisions, rash decisions, shooting from the hip based on emotion. Emotion will get you effed up every time, darling dear. Make you what? The lead chicken head. Yeah. If you can't control your anger is very expensive. Not everybody needs to see it. You've only got one pop-off day per decade. Don't waste it on a bottom feeder. Pop off when you're winning, darling dear. When your cup is continually running over, that's when you pop off. My left hand is itching me now. It was itching me on my right hand when I was doing the air sign read. You're going to have to pay for... Give unto Caesar what's due unto Caesar. Pay what needs to be paid. Owe no one nothing. The Ten of Cups is represented by Pisces energy as well as Mars energy. This is talking about emotional fulfillment, finding balance and alignment with Father God Most High. This also speaks about what? True friendships, soul family coming through. This is also the beginning of true love, starting with Father God, then down to self, darling dear. This is what is giving you what? Security. Emotional stability is wealth, darling dear. Your mental health is your wealth. You left behind the many unhappy relationships. Understanding if you're unhappy in the job, good God, don't stay. You're not a tree. If you're unhappy in your family relationships, being pushed about and picked on, right? Push off. You've got the best from that situation, and it's not going to get any better. The only way is down, darling dear, straight back to 911 Freddy Krueger Avenue in the Mud Hut, right? Listen, you can now, in this season, Divine Feminines, as you what circumvented that setup like an ibex rogue, right? Go back. You can't cast pearls before a swine. That swine would turn around and stab you, darling dear. Emotional maturity. You get a high stand. If it will go on the stand, the devil is a liar. Right. There. Big cat. What's on the base of the deck? We have the Hangman. This is about you viewing things from a different perspective. It also speaks about somebody going into prison. With the prisoners, probably where they need to be. What's this? Stability. It could have been fraud, right? Through properties. Trying to get monies for properties, fraudulent bank loans, monies from individuals, whatever. This person is being imprisoned immediately. This also speaks about somebody what? Using what? Trying to tug at your heartstrings. Because they're going for a different and dismal time in their life. Bitch, that man is hanging on a branch. Break that shit off. Break it off! It's not your portion. It's not your business. And we also saw the Four of Pentacles. Somebody who is incarcerated is going to try and contact you, right? To use you as their bag, right? While they're what? Under the Queen's watchful eye, right? In goal. Yes, baby. They hit a goal when they got into prison where they needed to be. Don't take that call. That's what voice messages are for. So you can see it and pretend you never saw it. I mean, oh yeah, oh hear it. Got to lubricate my larynx. Let's get the dominoes again. 210 in the chat room. Namaste, big cats. If you're enjoying the read, please thumbs it up one more time, because all divine feminines need to understand what they're dealing with, and that they can free themselves at any time. Tinky Winky is available to all that accept Father God. And then go to your birth natal chart, darling dear, to check where you're supposed to be going, to the letter. Big cat. Because Spirit wants you to know that you are blessed with right choices, right? And we've got Gemini energy, the lovers, as well as what? The High Priestess. I told you, you are that bitch. Oh, gosh, oh. Khaleesi or KHAL. You hold the whip. Come on. The 6 and a 2, right, goes to an 8, right? There is what? If shit afoot. Somebody's going to try and blame it on you, darling dear, or blame your actions because of the if shit they're in, right? A full-on gaslighter and a triangulation that you don't need to know about, right? Let them go through their hellfire and powder house 6 feet, because you are full-on Easter Island and Stevie Wonder, focused on what? Your 10th cup, blood. Your cup is running over. Can't you see it bubbling? The 6 also speaks about partnership, loyalty. On the original tarot deck, you see Archangel and Michael in the background with the trumpet of judgment, darling dears. The 2-6 speaks about what? You having what? A fortunate time, good luck in any business matters. This is a time for what? Signing your contracts. We are out of the retrograde. This is about new business speculations, right? Entrepreneurship, looking at other passive streams of income. The 2 is the keyword adventure. This also speaks about what? You're getting a lot of compliments. People are going to be complimenting you on your beauty, right? Your dexterity. How tenacious you are. How lovely, gorgeous, and fabulous you are. Put your third eye on that bitch. Hey! Because only a fool is beguiled by compliments. You already know this shit. Somebody's going to try and flatter their way into what you've got going on. Are you easily flattered? Will you be pulled off your flip-flop to be set up again? Are you begging for one more round, Julie, in the DNS? The High Priestess is represented by water as well as moon energy, darling dears. This talks about also a manipulator, somebody who's made a lot of wrong choices, indecision, indecisive, as well as down and out what? Stabatus. What was meant to harm you, divine feminines, right? Spirit, Father God Most High, used it to prosper you. This is why you are that bitch or garçon. This is pushing you to understand you must continue to live your life intentionally. What do I mean by that? Find your purpose. How do you find it? In the journey, darling dears. This is about you going to your grave empty. What do I mean by empty? By living a life of purpose, one that is full. The energy of the 6 also speaks about cooperation. It's cooperation in health matters. Some of you need to take another what? Look at what you're doing with your temple on this Malkuth, making healthier choices. This is also what? Protecting your energies, like Smeagol. How else are you going to turn your pain into champagne? Divine also wants you to know Isaiah 54:17, no weapon formed against divine feminine in this season shall prosper. You ain't getting smoke blood. Pinkies up. Because of your dedicated effort. This is why your passions have been allowed to bubble, right? To boiling over point. You are breakthrough, darling dears. Nothing like a spiritual breakthrough. To bring all the milkshake to your yard. Yes, baby. You've got your milkshake, they come with milkshake. Let's get some runes on this tableau. Oh, big cat, do you see that? The first one that I clapped my peepers on with my spectacles of truth is manners. This is the fool, darling dears. Somebody's feeling like a full-on fool, right? Cupid, CHEWPID. In this season, a lot of wrong choices was made. They gambled on divine feminine. They juggled you. This is somebody relying on some kind of bond, some kind of emotional bond. They thought you had 10 cups out for them still. No, you didn't have 10 cups. You've got 2 of these and 1 of those. Yes, you have. The full energy on its face, darling dears. Lean in, big cat. Lean in. This person is going through depression. They're in a situation where they're being manipulated. Even as we speak, full on Cupid. Awaken to their situation and not loving it. Them don't love it. They want a cleaner in aisle, right? Bottom feeder. You don't even get a number. It's aisle bottom feeder. Was blind, but now they see. Their cunning has got them nowhere. They're in a situation where they need help, where they are blinking, right? Making all kinds of shapes into the atmosphere to manifest you back. You see what the problem with these mother foes, these ninjas, right? They don't know how to plan all the way to the end. They went for immediate pain, immediate starvation. And activated what? The long game, darling dears. Want to come through with some tortoise in hair, kind of a bull swanky kind of a thing. No, that's what they served. But they didn't read the whole story all the way to the end. They thought that they'd be quick off at the gate, right? To bring in what? Starvation to your heart chakra, disillusionment in your cranium. Have you barking at passing cars, looking for sanctuary like Quasimodo, coming out of your domicile, looking like you escaped from the basement? This is what's going on with them. Manners is represented by the numbers 4 and the number 7, as well as the letter M for a moron and a manipulator. What blocked them? Uraz, the letter U. This is the Hierophant card. This is my God card in tarot. This is somebody who took the piss out of your spiritual preferences, whatever it was. Probably took the piss in a long-term situation, marriage. This is somebody that what? Breached your boundaries. More fool them. I told you. It's the long game going on here, guys. If this was a partnership situation as divine feminines, this person blocked themselves from even really witnessing their own progeny if you have them growing up. This person doesn't know how to operate around those progeny. They feel stupid. They feel stupid. Uraz is represented by the numbers 20 and 23. This talks about your strength, darling dears. Continue to what? Sit on your morals. Not your laurels, right? Because a rolling stone gathers no moss, darling dear. You have to keep on the move. Law 48 of the 48 laws of power. How are you going to metamorphose into the ibex rogue big cat? The chosen. This is about you sticking, right, with bravery and courage to whatever goals you are attempting to achieve, because you have the emotional maturity. You have the passion, drive, and will, the elements of fire, darling dears. This talks about you what? Being what? Temperamental somewhat. Because you did not expect your vision to what? Unfold the way it did. You had little of no expectation because that's where they had you. That's fine. Spirit blessed you anyway because you was dedicated. You accepted the DNS and understood attachment brings suffering. You released yourself from a situation and what? Erected boundaries, darling dear. Big shaboinking boundaries, right? You got rules, blood. You found your Chiron, the keys to your healing. The Hierophant is Taurus energy. This is about the major key for your healing. Because on the traditional tarot deck, you see 2 cross keys. right? You understood one of the keys was forgiveness. You had to forgive yourself, divine feminines. You was a lamb to the slaughter, darling dears. They thought you was a lamb, but you're a cat, and a cat has 9 lives. Dexterous, me say, dexterous, you say. Fist bump. Pinkies up. This also, I don't, somebody just popped in my mind. Somebody's lazy in the bedroom. That was a big mistake. Because now you're an invisible cat. Yes, baby. This also speaks about what? Marriages, right? It also speaks about deeper learning, formal training. You're going into formal training, right? You're feeling a bit unsure at this moment in time, but divine wants you to what? Be spontaneous, right? Seize the day. It will be foolish of you to allow this opportunity to pass you by. Focus, guys. Knowledge is power. Your final rune. Good gosh, can we get any more? This is a lovely trio. Love it. Right? It's Taiwas. This is justice, Libra energy in the up of it all. This is what? Legal matters going your way. This is a season of balance. Why? Because karma. Little Nas X, right? In thigh-high red leather boots is coming down the pole for them. This is a season of balance and resolution. This is going to create a great amount of freedoms in your life. And misery to others. But let's push on. I told you, clean up in aisle doesn't have a number. This is the symbol of cause and effect as well as life lessons, darling dears. Karmatic justice of consequences they thought they got away from as they slivered straight up from slivering. Advocates of the gingivitis. This is a liar and a betrayer of, and a portrayer, should I say, of false hope. Hopium, I say. Cognitive dissonance, you say. Oh, okay. And it falling out of my hand speaks about what? Sexual tendencies that they're not telling anybody about. You can be whatever, you can have whatever preference you want. I don't care. It's none of your business, but be true. Don't lie about it. Somebody's about to be uncovered. Literally. Good God. And when they put these things out on social media, you know, it's disgusting. Right? But they think when they erase it, it's got no blood. Everybody's got a screenshot. And the memory of an elephant. But in saying that, what came to my mind, Jim, I don't know if you guys ever saw that interview with Mike Tyson, right? He was there talking about some kind of show, some speaking show with his manager. And the interviewer decided to ask him about what happened in the past, right? About the rape in the prison. He went nuclear. This is what I'm saying, blood. Eviscerate the flying monkey. Go for your dictionary, because they need to hear you clearly. And then you do what? You cut them off, because you are that bitch. You don't need to carry come, bring come. Right? Coming to slip what? Wrong ideas in your cranium. They can what? What's that, Rasta? Fake off. Yeah, they can fake off. Who's Kevin? Rasta, who's Kevin? Who is it? Kiss Kusei. We got to get French in this bitch. I'm seeing 111 thumbs up. You are in tip-top manifestation mode. Where your focus goes, it will grow. Hold your gangster. 261 in the chat. Namaste, big cats. Right. Let's push on, shall we? Which deck are we going to use today? Gonna go with the Witch's Oracle. Why not, eh? Because there's witches, bitches, and bitches out there in them streets trying all sorts, blood. We're gonna pull 8 cards. No, I'm gonna ask a question. Why was they hating? Why did they set you up? Right? Because they wanted you to be mad. Hey, March here mad, right? Lacking confidence, right? Mentally entrapped and imprisoned by their what? Their mental laceration of your cranium, darling dears. This is emotional torment, turmoil, right? They wanted you to be bogged down, right? With what? PTSD, darling dear. And anxieties. This is why they set you up. They wanted you to be tied up in your cranium forevermore. 8 of Swords in the upright, the effrontery of it. They wanted you to be isolated and feel restricted. Again, we see the imprisonment card. Somebody's going to jail for the liation of it all. I told you, they're going to prison. Don't feel sorry for them. You've got no F's to give. Your bushel is full and busy. You're booked and busy in this season. 281 in the chat room. Namaste, Big Cat. Thumbs it up one time. Yes, baby. They wanted you to continue to feel trapped in your thoughts, not gain any new perspective on the situation. That what? You held all of the cards. But you understood staying honest with yourself, being focused on what you brought to the table, right? Understanding that you were suffering losses in negative situations, right? Experiencing betrayal after betrayal. This is what's giving you the strength, right? To take off that effing toilet paper off your eyes, blood. Hey, this is what flip-flop season. We'll come back in a minute. Yeah, we're going to ask 4 questions, then we're going to clarify. Why do they want you to be so trapped up? Thank you. Because they know you're highly intuitive. You are the Queen of Cups. And not only that, you come with unconditional love, darling dear, right? And healing, 4 of Swords. Tears, Divine Feminine. You've got that spiritual whap or fatum. Whatever you got going on there in the genitalia section, they wanted it and they still want it. The watchers and the wanters. They thought that you would have unconditional love, right? And be trapped up, right? Kept stagnant and stuck, waiting, right? For another bout of what? Cognitive dissonance. They thought you'd been set up for all eternity, right? To become Mrs. Havisham. You know, she's that lady from Great Expectations. When the fiance didn't turn up for the wedding, you know what that bitch did? She smashed every clock, stopped it at the time he was supposed to turn up, right? And left everything there. All the food was still on the table 30 years later. The bitch was still in her nightgown. Are you kidding me, blood? I'm sure she didn't wash her genitalias in that time. Good God. Listen, let's not get off the track. This is what they want you to do. Be confused, focused on stupidness. Stupid. But you found a way to heal. The yellow speaks about what? Your confidence, right? Your solar plexus, darling dear. This is about you understanding self-mastery. This is how you got a good self-image. This is how you was able to isolate yourself from this situation, right? And recuperate, regroup. Don't like this. I love the Queen of Cups, but the cup up, the lid open like that, like you're about to be shaky on your flip-flop. No, I don't associate with that image. Not amongst this shit. They wanted you to be trapped and bound, lacking any form of it. Look, the spatiation of it all. This is somebody who lacks creativity, extremely what? They are an emotional ticking time bomb. They are vicious with their words. And did I say they are watching? Hillbilly investigations, darling dear. Sputnik. If ever I've seen one, Yes, baby. The Page of Swords on its face. This was an extremely difficult person to be around. Why? Because there was always manipulating and cheating. It was a 2-4. A 2-4. This person is mentally unstable, possibly slipped through what? That psychiatric evaluation net. Why? Because they're dim-witted. And people don't pay attention to the dim-witted. Right? They was up to dim-witted shit. This is somebody who was a delinquent in their youth. Right? Delinquent with the truth. Right? And actually working towards having their own plans. This is somebody who is what? A parasite, an attachment that you don't need. They're watching you, mate. They are watching you. Listen, if you just pass the bowel movement, they know it. They know it. This also speaks about what? The carry come, bring come. This is the heinous gossip that like to come to you with peccadillos about bottom feeders that are pet cemeteryites, right? This is you cutting yourself off from that shit. Washing your face like David. You hear nothing. Leave the carry come bring comes where they are. Flying monkey is their name and F shit is their game. They set you up. This particular carry come bring come knows that you have what? An endless well of unconditional love. They also know that you're highly intuitive. Did I tell you that they were jealous? Yeah, man, they're jealous. Yeah. Jealous. They're jealous that they're realizing that you are highly intuitive. Psychic abilities, you are tapped in and turned on. They would love to get in your shell like, yes, baby, with their Hannibal Lecter whisperings. Pardon me, that was a deep spiritual belch because I speaks the truth, roof. Pinkies up. 313 in the chat room. Namaste, big cats. Thumbs it up one time. Divine feminines, yes, baby. They wanted you to be mentally trapped and caught up, right? With your unconditional, lovely, gorgeous, fabulous self, right? On the shelf, getting dusty like Mrs. Havisham, right? Waiting for them to come and bless you, right? With F shit. You don't speak to this person, the Page of Swords in the reverse. You're not communicating with them, right? Because this person is easily tempted. Possibly they could be still a temptation for you. Look, if you are still tempted by these personages, please, you need to click me off, right? No, you're going to come back. I just need you to what? Put me on pause, right? Because I'll still be here. Go to the mirror. Go to the mirror. Look yourself in the eye. And smack yourself across the face really hard. And then do give yourself a backhander. Make spittle fly out. And then come back and let's finish this red blood. Because one of us is not on the same page. You're still tempted by their bullshit. Listen, you will be forever tied in your cranium. Wasting your energies on this malkoof, not finding your purpose, feeling in lack, living in lack, unable to control that beast. Yes, baby, it's a beast. This beast with the Hannibal Lecter whisperings, is it your mother? Is it your sister? Is it that betraying co-worker that wanted your spot? Who is it to you, Divine Feminine? The one that set you up and set it off? Yes, baby. Oh, is it for you? This person or people believe that you can give them some kind of healing just by being around you because you're HEYOKA. You have healing hands. Your presence, your auric field is healing. You just didn't know it. Why do you think they kept coming back? They'd already taken your hairline and laid siege to your wallet or your pocketbook. Them text set pan your pocketbook. Hey! Yeah. With the liations indicated. 320 in the chat room. Namaste, big cats. We're going in today. Divine Feminine, you've reached emotional maturity. You're using your intellect because you was dedicated what? Into finding your purpose. Yes, you did have a few misstarts, right? But it was all part of the healing, the journey, darling dears, the long game. And always remember, new levels, new devils. Because they're watching blood with their mouth breathing ways. Sputnik with their children of the corn eye. Did I say that they're telling lies? They're telling lies. They're telling lies, dear. Malicious lies, right? Made up lies. Yeah, subterfuge. They're lying about you. They're lying about what? Your spirituality, darling dears. They're trying to put it out there that you've beguiled them. Good God. Why would you want to do that? Beguile them to what? Bottom feed it? That was a choice, mate. You did that shit on your own. They need to know that their spirit guides need to go over and do what they're being told to do. Warn them that they're full of shit. Hey! Yeah, caca and poo-poo. They need to understand when you said Matthew 10:14, you meant it in a Proverbs 26:11 kind of a way. As I sip my mockers, because I ain't getting smoke, darling dears. I ain't getting smoke. I think not, Scotty. This is a red flag. And if you take up this red flag because you know it's a setup, right? You're going straight back to 911 Freddy Krueger Mud Hut, right? 2 streets over from Loser Lane. Straight back into the DNS. As they work you in your cranium, darling dears. Bats in the belfry. You better fight that with your everything. And keep yourself blinded to the situation. I told you. It's Buddha season for us. Rich white lady Buddha season. Right? What do I mean by Buddha? Can't you see Buddha's ears? Buddha's ears on every statue. Right? You see it? How big these ears are. Because we respond. We don't react. Don't give them any of your energies, darling dears. It's above your spiritual pay grade. And it will what? Set you back after all of that dedication. The big cat cannot be detained. And you should not, I repeat, should not allow yourself to be tamed either. You don't allow nobody to break you into their regiment, especially when you know it's from a snake straight up from Slytherin. An advocate of the gingivitis sort. Pinkies up. What about your unconditional love? What about that? Bitch. You better kill that shit. Didn't I just tell you to go and assault yourself in the mirror? You better dead that shit. Dead it. Didn't say who. No, dead it. This is Mariah Carey. See, yes, say who. What am I saying? Don't say. Say it. You don't know these people. Because they will always stab you in the back. They will always talk shit on your name, right? Take out time in the day to discuss the big cat. Because they've got nothing going on. They're in a situation where the betrayer is being betrayed. You make sure you take back all of that love. Some of you are wondering whether or not to go through with what? Some kind of body changing, body augmentations or whatever it is. You're worried about that. Let's split the deck. Bitch. Spirit says go ahead, but choose wisely. This is about you research that shit up the Watusi before you let them lay a hand on you. Look what happened to Hazel, right? I felt so sorry for her. A lot of people don't like her, but I like her. I like her and her little marriage. I shouldn't even say little, that is so condescending. Her marriage, her daughter Ava is beautiful. She's married to somebody that loves her, right? She went to what? Comfort zone in Turkey. Flew halfway across the world to get fucked up, right? I'm telling you, they fucked her up. She went in there an F cup, I believe, and came out a B cup. But she came out with her life. Research that shit if you're looking for body augmentation, don't just take the cheapest one. That's classed as a free lunch. And that's law 40 of the 48 laws of power. Despise a free lunch, blood. Hey! Because it always sets off a season of misery. I'm talking, I'm thinking, who's that talking in the background? It's me. I don't know why this has come up. Excuse me, please. This is not what we was listening to. Let's go back to the beginning. Yes, baby. We will continue this what? This investigation that we launched. 135, no, 335 in the chat room. Namaste. Thumbed it up one time, darling dears. Let me get to another divine feminine, because they need to know that this setup is just in place to set them off to greatness. What's this? Yes, baby. Somebody chose wrongly. They juggled the divine feminine big cat, set you up, right, to fail. And now they have to live with that. This person is in their cups, right? They're either overindulging in drugs, alcohol, or some other nefarious duty, right? That only an emissary of Satan, right? A shepherd of the devil would be what serving in this season. This person is in their cups, darling dear. Emotionally, an emotional wreck. Nothing like what? Getting the 2020 on stabbing the wrong one, blood. You stabbed the wrong one. You stabbed the wrong one that was serving what? Ibex, Rogue, and Tinky Winky. Cause F shit and drama doesn't go with your hairline. No, it doesn't. Yes, baby. They set up the wrong one. And now they've got to live with it. Nothing like a conscience. Right? This person is what? Beset with unwanted options. So unwanted punani of Fatum is being forced onto them. Well, they chose that shit. Hey! They better put their back into it. This also speaks about what? Having to get a big injection from said situations. From a wrong choice. This looked like STD to me. Let me cut my fan on. Because you dodged a bullet. You took your good on the road. And healed yourself, divine feminines. From that setup. You healed yourself, right? From the miserable. The F-boy, the homosexual, right? That two-faced, back, front, neck stabbing frenemy! Hey! Had to take that from my belly bottom. Those pedestrian sperm engineers. Animals in a kitten heel. Those with what they punani of Fatum. Up for sale. Succubi and icubi. Right? Some of you are what solo, like the girls on the pole, darling dear. When two come down the pole, it's not good. Bad things could happen. This is the Two of Pentacles. This also speaks about you what? Being able to what? Prioritize your life. Knowing what is best for your health. Right? You also see the 8, the sign of infinity, darling dear. Cause and effect. They caused it. Right? And you showed them how it affected you. How? By giving them the gift of your back. Law 16 of the 48 laws of power. Pinkies up. Come on. Are you kidding me? Told you, it doesn't go with your hairline. As I sip my mocha, because I ain't getting smoked. Yes, baby. Poor Tink Tink, right? Spying, malicious, gossiping, jealous, right? Hateful, all because you left, right? They're watching you be blessed in their face. Yes, baby, wish fulfillment. You've got a spiritual genie right, that you can call in at any time. You've got that 9th cup and they're watching. They're watching you boss up in their face. And it's killing them, right? It's killing them because they can't come back. They want to put a Lazarus in your life, right? Come through to cause what? Where's my post-it note? Because you know I told you I'm the post-it queen, right? I like to leave these reminders because shit. What's not going on, blood? Where is it? Yes, baby. You want to come back with havoc. Let's see. Where's my? Because we've got to drop down and get our eagle on and read what's going on this paper, right? The havoc. The H is for the harlot, right? The young-faced old harlot or old-faced young harlot, right? Who came with a harem, right? We also have to point out the H also speaks about the Jezebel or Delilah of it all. The A, right, is for the advocate of the gingivitis, that fucking skin-peeling liar. The one that came with the kryptonite of the mouth. Yes, baby. The V, right, is for the victim. Because as you pointed out their behaviors, they shape-shifted on your blood. Caused a bit of cognitive dissonance and switched it around till it was your fault. It's you. You are the problem. Right? The O is for their obnoxious nature. Coming full circle, darling, yes. Completion. The C is for the echopraxic, the copycats, the one that tried to what? Mine your energy, right? Like Digger Barnes and give it to another. They thought they could transfer your power grid, right, to a whole different paradigm. No, blood. You're the real McCoy. You are prototype. You are divine feminine's professor of the puzzle. You have those bad ass alchemist ways. They better ask somebody. They better ask. But they better not approach the big cat. You've got 3 go-to moves. 3 go-to moves! And a team. They're watching you be blessed in their face! And them can't come back from it. 6 of Cups on its face. They would love to come through and give you the gift that keeps on giving. What is it? AIDS? Hepatitis B? What is it? Herpes? What is it? BV? And its best friend, chlamydia? What is it? What they want? They can't come back through, and it's emotionally affecting them in their cranium, which is making them even more bitter as you continue to be blessed in their face. Why are you being blessed in their face? Because they're watching. Your haters are your biggest fans. They're watching. 378 in the chat room, all-time high. For the big cats, 380. Namaste, thumbs it up one time. Let me get at all of the divine feminines today. Right? Look, what you was dealing with, a High Commander Decepticon, Prakala or Prakalisha, aka Little Finger. Yes, baby. Love to go around, right? Perpetrating F shit, right? Creating dissert and distension between brother and sister. A nasty sort. This is why they're on the throne by themselves. And if you are co-parenting with this person, right, they are nobody's parent. They can't even parent themselves. They're going, listen, they're going batshit crazy because they can't control you. And anything they say is behind your back, darling dear, where it needs to be. In the past, rearview mirror, darlings. As you are continually what? Blessed in their face. Blessed in their face. Yes, baby. 2 of these and 1 of those. In silence, I might add, because you shut up, divine feminines. You move in silence. As only a big cat ibex gone rogue can. And continue to what? Serve. Law 30 of the 48 laws of power. Make your efforts look effortless. As you are blessed in their face. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. This one is listen, they want to come back through. They want to come in at a hot trot, right? With they listen, whomsoever this people, person, or this place, this job, whatever it is, nothing's changed. Same she's naive, different day. This is a time when you need to what? Show strength. Because when they realize that you're really not take them back, you're really not coming back, you're really not bloody coming back. And they can't come back from some of the things that were said. 400 in the chat, darling dears. 402. Namaste, fist bump. They can't come back from it, darling dear. How they? I can't see how it's working. My cranium can't balance it out. How are they going to come back from all of that shit they said? The Chariot, Cancer energy. Continue to show strength and determination. This also speaks about you taking a trip. Anywhere you're invited to in this season, Divine Feminine, go and make sure that you are dressed, right, and perfumed to the gods. Because I told you, you are on the road of infinite possibilities. This particular setup, set it off. This person wants war with you. Did I tell you they want war? They want it with lean. They're going to look for some way to fight you, right? Or take you off your flip-flop, or get to draw you out so that you're out there cussing in the street like you are baggage. Are you kidding me, blood? Arguing in the street with a bottom feed. Are you kidding me, blood? If they dare approach you, you've got 3 go-to moves. Self-defense. Take your chances with the judge. Drop down and get your eagle on that. She's naive. Hey, they want war with you. No, let's not get the Chariot here. What's the matter? Why are they pressed, pumped, and perturbed? Is it because their plundering, pillaging, and looting didn't work? Is it because the stones that they throwed at you, you used it as foundation to build, right, a new kingdom, one where there is no dysfunction? Is it bothering them to the core that you chose to do what? Proverbs 4:23. Guard your heart chakra, for from your heart springs the well of life, darling dears. Is it? These ear hustlers, be on the alert, right? For these Judases in a Peter suit. Be what? Peter 5:8 in this bitch. Shine off your third eye, right? Because they want war. They want war. Why? Because you're being blessed in their face, blood. Look at that green gown of growth and abundance. Fertility, darling dears. The setup set you off. For the long game. Ha ha! Nothing like a bit of justice, a bit of karma, right? In thigh-high red leather boots, just like Lil Nas X, right? So you can do the young Jeezy, straight ziplock this and drop that. Yes, baby. They want to argue with you. They want you to fight with them. Let's get another deck. God, what do they... Let me get an appropriate deck. Where's my vampire tarot deck? Blood-sucking Prakalisha from Hades, right? We've got the magician on the base of the deck, right? Listen. Because you have those bad-ass alchemist ways. You've been caught. They don't know how you manage to manifest out of thin air. They don't know where you get your confidence from. They didn't know that how intelligent you was. They was too busy stabbing you, darling dear, right? Creating what? Doppelgangation in your cranium. Agent Smith affiliate. And they want to fight you because you've got those bad ass alchemist ways. right? And they feel stuck. Haven't gained no perspective has been gained from the darkness. They bring it into their own existence. Let's shuffle it up quickly. Give it a quick shuffle and see what else. Why do they want to argue with you? Why are they still trying to fight you? Why is your name still in their mouth? 435 in the chat room. Namaste, big cats. Thumbs it up one more time if you're enjoying the read, because it's all coming out. I told you, when I come with intel, I come to take no prisoners. Why do they still want to fight, right? Haven't they achieved the kingdom they wanted? One where they're amongst what? A king amongst bottom feeders. A king amongst chicken heads. A king amongst other worthians. Doormats. Haven't they not created family gatherings where only the ones that still speak to each other go? And they still talk about each other behind their backs. This is a betrayer. Divine Feminine, protect your energies. Don't go, listen. If you already know that an environment is full of toxic and toxicity, don't turn up. Are you mad blood? You've got nothing to prove to them, right? And all they're going to do, right, is try and ignore you. Ignore the fact that you look the best. Ignore the fact that you are achieving, that you've got streams of income, right? Downplay whatever you've got going on. Say, you're little this. You still got that little job? Are you still living in that little house? Do you still drive that little car? Bitch, it's a Range Rover. Rum, rum. Hey, hey! They want to come and little finger you. Yes, baby, little finger. And we all know that little finger is a flipping liar and a murderer to boot. Why do they want all these issues? What? They still got issues? Thank you. Oh, the Empress in reverse. Hey, hey! They're living with what? A bitch or a Mitch. Somebody who's jealous of you. Look at this shit. These two need to stay together. They need to work out their issues and stay together. This person picked and picked. Try to replace Divine Feminine, right, with a doppelganger, right, a liar, right, who is simply broke-pocketous, jealous. This person is still watching you, right? If you do your hair a certain way, their hair is a certain way. All trying to beguile this emperor who is on his face, right? Mad up and up, mad, pressed, pumped and perturbed, right? That they can't breathe life. That's an ank on its face. Into your situation. Even Goddess Isis said, I ain't touching this shit. We didn't authorize this. Yeah. This is what? Chucky and his bride. And they both got a problem with you, darling dear. Imagine that. The Mitch and their familiar have come to the forefront. So now we know where these energies are. I knew that if I hung in there, it would bleed into the reed. Right, so where's his head in all of this situation? Because this person that they're dealing with, they're so jealous of you, Divine Feminines. They're so jealous of you. Why? Because this Mitch is still focused on you. And how do I know? Because all they do is talk shit about you. Whether for good or for bad, it's still focused. And this bitch or Mitch knows it. You have their attention. Oh, well, it's that spiritual wapo fortune. What can I say? Either you got it or you don't. Hey, hey! Understanding, right? That your genitalia, Divine Feminine, is directly connected to your emotions, right? And you know that you can't put it out there because there's so many soul ties, right? And STDs afoot. It is dangerous times we are living in, right? And not only that, there's a homosexual with their eye on you. They wanted to know if you were still stuck and bound. Everything is all coming back to Let me keep these cards lined out, right? As we talk about these things, because we have to talk about these things. I want to see what's going on here. Right? This person knows, right? They know that this person wants to be back at you, right? We already saw it with the Chariot. They want to rush in with an STD, blood. Drop off a bit of Zemblanity, a bit of bad luck, and a soul tie. Hey! Who wants it with lean, right? They know that this person wants to rush back. Cancer energy. The Empress is Earth energy as well as Venus energy. We also have the Emperor showing up with Aries, right? Yes, baby. They know this. And they feel tied up, stuck. And nothing that they do can heal the situation between them. Nothing that they do. Because that dig dealer, that mattress back, that pedestrian sperm engineer's energies is still on you. Oh yes, they haven't forgot you, darling dear. You are first and you are up front and present in their cranium. They are mentally tied and bound to you, right? But living with a wrong choice. Yes, baby, there's fire in that camp. Fire in that camp. In the mud hut at 911 Freddy Krueger Avenue. 2 streets over from Loser Lane. Let's get into what this, why is this distorted masculine looking at you, right? 6 of Knives. Yes, baby, you're all in their mind. They see you as a safe haven. They would love to come to you because I told you, you have that spiritual wap or fatum. Sexual healing. Why? Because you are HEYOKA. You came in with skills that you didn't know you had. And they what? Abuse their position with you. They abused it. And they know this shit. Everything's all becoming clear. They know they abused their position that they had with you. Right? They juggled you. With a doppelganger of the truth. Somebody who's twisted, jealous, can't co-create on their own. This is somebody that needs someone to give them life, darling dear. They've only got 2 pennies to rub together. They know what they did. This is why they sleep on a knife's edge every night. Ace of Swords. Right? Notice the point of the blade is pointing towards their throat chakra. This person is lying in a situation, not telling the true reason why they're acting like a Mitchell bitch towards the Mitchell bitch. Yeah. The plot thickens, darling dear. 470 in the chat room. Hit the thumbs up button. Namaste, big cats. What's this? Right? 6 of Scepters. No matter what they try and do in the bedroom, right? It's not igniting the passion back in the situation. Jezebel can't beguile with their fatum. Why can't they beguile? Because we got the 10 of Skulls, right? On its face, darling dear. Because they don't know how to emotionally handle the situation. This person is in emotional deficit, right? I think they've got sociopath tendencies. They portray emotion by copying. I told you, echopraxic, other people's actions, but they don't feel emotions. This person is intuitively cut off, right? And they're what? They're fucking liar, blood. Listen. Liar, pants on fire, liation and disillusionment of it all. They portray themselves to be something that they was not. They portray themselves to be what? Somebody with the bag. Which bag, me no know? Probably a bag of evil spells, darling dear. Evil spells to do wickedness. They portrayed themselves, right, as someone who was that bitch. Lies! It wasn't that bitch, it's this bitch. This bitch. Yeah. It's lies! OMG! And not only that, the cards are still telling themselves, when they got involved with this high commanded Decepticon, they thought their earning days was over, right? They thought they'd locked up onto happy streets. Lies. They locked onto what? Emotional torment and torture. Remember, if this is an intimate relationship, remember how you started to go down. When did you find the first pop-off, right? Was it a day in, a week, a month, a year? How long has their hellacious, right, assignations in the mud hut been going on? Yeah. Mask off. It's not lovely round there. This is why they're mad. And they're both spying, right? They're even trying to what? Get businesses off the ground. But it's not going to work. Because when karma attacks you, it gets your wallet, your pocketbook first. They're watching you be blessed in their face, right? Some of you using your alternative therapies, your healing energies. It doesn't matter what field you are in. You could be a baker and getting patty cake in this bitch. You could be a teacher, whatever your field of choice is. You are bossing up and being blessed in their face. This woman hates it. She hates you. She hates you because you're everything they're not. And she hates you most of all because she can't tame the distorted masculine. The distorted masculine still has unsatisfied eyes. I told you, hobosexual on the move. And their mind and their focus is on you, divine feminine. 100%. But they can't speak. Can't you see the blade at the throat chakra? Is this person feeble-minded? Are they a simpleton? They can't speak. What do you mean they can't speak? They must can speak. They was able to get what? Chicken heads, mattress backs. They was able to get the... What do you mean they can't? No, they can't speak around you. They're not allowed. The stalkation of it all, right? The stalker is being stalked, right? By someone. They're stalking someone who couldn't give two fix, right? Who's got their 9th and 10th cup, right? Been dedicated to finding their purpose, right? Being spiritually released, right? And being gifted with infinite possibilities. Bitch. Hey. Yes, baby. What did I say? You're being blessed in their face. Wheel of Fortune. Jupiter energy in the upright, even though we are in Jupiter retrograde, right? For you, divine feminines. This is a chance for you to expand, right? Do the Star Trek in silence, right? Boldly go where no man has gone before. This is about you being unique. This is where you will find your bag, your multiple streams of income. More things to make them upset. 481 in the chat room. Namaste, big cats. Thumbs it up one time. We need to, all of us divine masculine, listen, divine feminines, need to link up. Get my intel out there. Please hit that thumbs up button. Yes, the bitter and the twisted, the beguiled amongst the bedraggled, right? Addicted to F shit. And you, apparently, divine feminines. And you, because they set you up. But it was for the set off. Never you ever forget that Matthew 10:14. Look back at it fondly, with love. Because that day was when you became professor of the puzzle and realized you hold the whip. Let's get some more insight. These are my oracle decks. You can follow the link in the description box below if you would like to acquire them. What else do we need to know about this situation? Jealous of you, jealous of watching your every move, right? This person has an STD, possibly something that is going to be long-term blood. Because I see enough knives here, enough needles, enough injections. Maybe they're going to get the psychological evaluation and need to be what? Locked up and given a big forensic. I don't know, right? Look what just fell out. Your Chiron. We already discussed this at the top of the read, right? With your eyes. Find your Chiron. Find the way you heal, darling dears. Everything's in your birth natal chart. You know, it will show you how to circumvent bull swanky. It will also show you how to get the bag. The second house, the planet of the second house, right? Then you go on to the 6th, how to hone your skills, and the 10th, how to bring it home to mama or papa. But you can only go after the bag once you've healed. Once you know that you're going to be not going to be shaky off your flip-flops, right? Not be beckoned in for another round of what? If shit with your hairline. Because Divine did not want you to experience these gifts around these personages. They wanted you to be blessed in their face. Let them watch from the nosebleed sections. Come on, big cats. Yeah. This is what me saying to you. Through my subconscious. Because we all are linked beneath the veil. Behind the veil. What else? Sun energy. Boss up energy. In tarot, this is the happiest card in the deck, darling dears. 3 and 2 is a 5. This is about what? Change. This is about you what? Your spirituality, your sense of self, right? And purpose. The sun energy rules the 5th house, darling dears. And the 5th house is, again, Leo energy. This is about your creativities. This is going to be your saving grace. Divine also wants you to what? Adapt a childlike spirit. What do children do? They're always in expectation and they believe in those expectations. Right? Because you know that he was dealing with a bottom feeder. Right? Who's what? A skullduggerous energy vampire. I told you. They tried to use your power grid somewhere else, but they didn't realize that you cut that cord. I think not, Scotty. Find your own power. Because you know that it's nothing but blood clottery, right? What's that F shit? As they turn into what? Salt Bay, Lot's wife. As you continue to be what? Blessed in their face. 482 in the chat room. Namaste, big cats. Thumbs it up one time, right? This person is in a, listen, if they're in your friend zone, there's something wrong with your friendship circle. You need to look at the friendship zone because backstabberation and jealousy is afoot as you continue to be blessed in everybody's face. They don't like it. People are, listen, some people out there are okay just as long as you're doing okay, but not better than them. I say make your circle even smaller. And move so far, you can't hear the skullduggerous as you continue to be what? Blessed in their face. Leave them where they are. Some friends need to push off because what? They're homosexual. These are the ones that long to get into a relationship as this divine masculine jumped into this, this distorted masculine, this emperor on its face, got into that relationship because no homosexual falls in love quicker than one needing somewhere to live, right? Where they can have the strength of paying one bill. Which bill is that? The mobile bill. To keep in contact with the horde, the harem, right? So they can continue with what? The havoc. Because they are nothing but what? Betas. Listen, I told you I'm the post-it note queen, right? What's a beta? Let's look at the evidence. A beta is a back, front, neck stabber, right? The A is for the abuser in them. The I is for the imposter. Because they are echopraxic, right? And they're a fucking liar, mate. And a doppelganger of the truth, right? They are a take of your hairline. Yes, your edges. Your edges are so important. Especially when you want to have a ponytail, right? To put the past behind you like a ponytail. They exploited you. Yes, they did. They exploited the fact that you didn't know who you was, right? 498 in the chat room. Namaste, big cats. Thumbs it up one time, right? They was reckless as they juggled, right? Divine feminine, the big cat. They wanted to keep you pressed, pumped, and perturbed and tied up, right? So they can come in with what? Their shape-shifting ways, blood. Their shape-shifting ways. Don't take them back. And I'm not joking. The smile just left my whole essence. Just 500. I can't believe this. 501. 501. Thumbs it up. Am I going to call O'Shea? O'Shea! My son will never believe me. Anyway, like I was saying, don't worry about it, right? Because you've got them, right? In the palm of your hands, whether you want it or not, because they will always be spying. Come here, son. Look how much people are in the chat at the moment. It was just 501. It's now 497.
Yo.
Big Cat Chronicles continues. Yes, baby, like I was saying before, I took myself off my gangster. In fact, yeah, he said hi, and he's gone again. This is how teenagers are, mate. They're always up to something, right? But not tidying up their room, darling dears. Yes, baby. They wanted to be pressed, pumped, and perturbed, and they want to come back. Look what fell off the bottom. Right? Snake straight up from slithering. They'd love to slither back into your life to F up whatever you've got going on, right? Attach themselves to your power grid, right? Just so they can get gassed up enough, right? To be their baddest self out there in them streets. Hobosexual, me say. Hobo! Sexual, you say. Know this. Know this. Let's get some further intel on this, and then I'm going to push off. Right? Yeah. Because I'm very busy. Oh, dear. 505 in the chat room. Namaste, big cats. Glad you could pop in. Oh, what's this? 4 picadillos. Again, Emperor energy, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Your steps are divinely ordered, right? We've got 17, that's Aquarius energy. This is about you going into the spotlight. Some of you are about to achieve fame. I told you, you're being blessed in their face. Be prepared, guys, right? A reminder of your potential. Believe in yourself. Let go of what no longer serves you, right? Because you are Ibex, and I'll have nothing else said. Pinkies up. You are tapped in, right? Continue to turn it up. Because the merchants of slander, hey, right? Jeremiah 9:40. It will be on the balls of their feet. They're going to chat you whether you win or lose. Do it anyway, darling dears. And make sure it's something that impassions you, what you are dedicated, because it's going to bring back your 10th cup. Come on. And you did it by yourself, solo, like the girls on the pole. Let me cut my fan back on again because the temperature is getting high. It says what? They'll be out there, right, with gossip and subterfuge, right? These advocates of the gingivitis, right? Straight from licking the devil's balls to go and discuss you, darling dears, right? They are haters and a little finger. Bringer of the darkness, a back, front, neck stabber. This is a season where things are going to be revealed. I told you, Neptune is about to go retrograde. Some cold, hard truths. I don't care how close they are to your blood. They've got to go. I don't care if you've known them all their lives. They're nothing but bottom feeders. Right? Because what? They will keep you stuck in martyrdom. Right? Your life should be filled with joy. These are simpletons on the spiritual short bus, a hater, again, advocate of the gingivitis, and they've got that extra je ne sais quoi of an ecopraxic, right? Because they can try and copy what you've got, right? They are jealous. They are a Judas in a Peter suit. Their name is Pig Misha or Pig Sean, right? A merchant of slander, and they are unscrupulous to the core. Bear that in mind. They are about to be unmasked during Neptune season. Up until the, what? It's from the 25th of this month until the 1st of December. Right? Why? Bitch. Because you are divine feminine. Know your worth. Know your role as you ascend, darling dears. Continue to nurture unto yourself because everything you have, you deserve. And you deserve everything. You are fertile, pregnant with infinite possibilities, abundance. You are, right, the epitome of husband or wife material. If you'll allow someone to catch you, right? After much research, birth natal charts, psychological evaluations of their cranium, checking out their family, right? This also speaks about some of you are pregnant at this moment or about to give birth, Congratulations, guys. Congratulations. This also speaks about the growth that you've achieved and you're stable. Look what's underneath the homosexual. As you're blessed in their face. Hey, love it. Posh clap. On that note, I drops me mic. Toddle over to Teesprings, toddle over to Patreon, or follow the link for my Amazon store if you fancy any of these cards on this particular tableau. They're all there. Where is that book? Spirit is telling me to bring it to your attention again. Book of Psalms, right? There's an answer for everything in this book. Right, remember to let go of what don't serve you, because it don't go with your waistline or your hairline or the bag, right, that you're getting in this season. Just saw, right, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 5 11s, number of the Hierophant, right, and 11, 11, right, your 11, 11 fade. This is a highly spiritual number. It shows that you leveled up. This is why they're watching. This is why they hate you. This is why the setup didn't work. It set you on the road for greatness, and it's not over until you continue getting great, and it's not over until you win, big cats. And obviously you're winning by their standards because they're hating. They've stepped it up, guys. They've stepped up the hate. Right. On that note, don't get smoked. No, sir. Don't smoke yourself. 3 go-to moves. If they try and approach, it's 2 of these and 1 of those. Take your chances with the judge. If they dare approach your cranium, you don't open the door. You jettison this from an upper window, right? Because they come with the whisperings of Hannibal Lecter, and they are in what? Full-on homosexual mode. And as I always say, from the ashes, baby, namaste. Continue to sock it to them, big cat. Get to them, cat.